Hey everybody, welcome back to Man's Advice Forum. I'm the Man, and I'm gonna keep talking about my personal life regrets, and this is life regret number 2, going to college. And you have no idea how disappointed I was when I went to college, when I realized what adults presented me, what college would be like, would be the exact opposite of what I experienced. And what's funny is that, let's say, like, I read a book called Free to Choose by Milton Friedman, which was written in the 80s. And it talked about how the quality of college at certain places, such as like UCLA and I think University of Michigan, was terrible. And I went to college in like 2004. And to realize that it's been known in certain circles that the quality of college education has been bad for a while, and I've been lied to my entire life, was pretty heartbreaking. And I'll tell you why it's heartbreaking to me in for several reasons. First of all, you never want to believe that, when you become an adult, you never want to believe that what you were told as a kid was just a complete fucking lie, right? Because I've had so many people get angry at me, whether it's my parents, my friends, teachers, people in general. Why am I not obsessed about going to college? And it's not something I was really interested in. I was more interested in playing video games and just hanging out and watching cartoons as a kid than anything else, right? And so, and I was really interested in those things until I was like 17, I think. And then later on, I just my mind slowly became less and less interested in those things. But back to my point, so many people get mad at me about why I don't care about doing well in school and going to college, right? And I would see so many people like stay up until like 3 a.m. to do homework, to take 20 AP classes or whatever, because, they've made it their life mission to go to college X, Y, and Z. And I bought into that hype too, because I was really pretty much a mediocre student until I was about like the age of 14. And then at the age of 14, that's when I started getting straight A's and stuff and doing things that I don't want to do, because I kind of bought into the hype. And so when I went to college, I was really, really, really disappointed in the low quality of education or the educational environment that I was in. It's and I've said this analogy like a million times. It's like your parents and your friends and your community brainwashing you that football is the most important thing in your life and you got to go to the NFL. And then you go to the NFL and nobody cares about football, right? So that's what going to college felt like. It's like you go to college and nobody gives a rat's whatever about education at all. Not the professors, not the students, not anybody. And so for me, when I was there, I was just really depressed and confused. Like, why the F am I here? And so, if I'm going to be in an environment where nobody is really doing anything, I'd rather just kind of go to like learn something that like useful, like, I don't know, farming or being a contractor, learning how to build a house or maybe something about cars, maybe some practical skills for a couple of years. And then, if I don't like it, I'll go to college or a junior college and learn a technical skill or white collar work. Right. And, I don't know. I was just so flabbergasted just how low the quality of education was. And I felt like, I think that's when I realized, like, I'm in this giant cult. You know what I'm saying? It's this weird, I don't know if it's something in the air or something, like people, it's like somehow everybody else except me got brainwashed to believe college is this ultimate thing. Because when I got there, I was like, this is awful. And the quality of the education is terrible. And the students don't care about learning. And that's the only thing my mind could think, because that's all I saw, right? I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't think the opposite of what I was seeing. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like everybody else, it's like they really don't care, but then at the same time they'll defend it to their death. And you have no idea how frustrated I was just being in that environment, and just, me realizing that my whole life is a lie. And I just kind of stopped taking care of myself, and being eventually like super horribly depressed, and realized that maybe life isn't worth living anymore, because I don't know. It's like, what the hell is this, And going back to my little analogy again, it's like me being brainwashed. Let's say I was a kid and I don't like football at all, but then everyone in my community, from my parents to my teachers to my fellow classmates or friends, are trying to really pressure me into thinking that I'm some kind of a moron if I don't want to play in the NFL, and I have to play in the NFL or my life is over, right? And so, okay, and then I buy into the things that they're what they're trying to sell me. So I buy into it, right? And and then so I do my best, and I work out, let's say 8 hours a day, and obsess about going to NFL. And then once I'm in the NFL, every single person, whether it's the coaches, the other teammates, the people, the administration, act like I'm a big retard for caring about football, right? And so I don't know about you. If I were raised in that environment, I think I would just be totally disappointed and want to kill myself. And I think that's what's happening. And I think that's why in a lot of college campuses, mental health is there's so many cases of what do you call it? If you look at the statistics, they say, I forgot what the statistics was, but it's really high, where like 1 out of 3 or 4 college kids has a mental health problem, and that's because the environment is not good for them. It's not good for you at all. It's not a good place to learn. If the other students don't care about you, the professors don't care about you, so you're just gonna feel isolated, and your mind can't handle that environment. But that's what most people put themselves through, and that's why a lot of there's such a quote big college mental health crisis. But that's why I would have never gone. Like I never would have gone if I had known it was like that. And I think when I was about 14, I would just kind of said F that and learn like a practical trade or skill, and learn other necessary skills to succeed in life, like marketing and sales. But it's you have no idea how much I regret that. I don't really feel it anymore, because obviously it's been I think it's more than 10 years, maybe, I don't know, since I've gone to college. And yeah, that's a big life regret of mine, and I never would have gone. Okay, so this is the Ha Man here again. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.